Hello YouTube, it is me, Prodigious, coming back as promised with what we are going to call the Beelzamon Beelstar Week. And to start things off, we're going to go over the first of the 6 decks. This is classic Three Musketeer Beelstar that has been powered up with the modern cards just a little bit. Just a little. Alright, so as you can see, our first thing to look at is going to be our Digi-Egg. We're going to run 4 copies of Pagumon from Starter Deck 6. Inheritable is on deletion. Trash top 2 cards of your deck, because you still want to get some cards in trash, especially those option cards. Alright, next, we are running 4 copies of the Security Rookie Promo Impmon. Now, this guy, he does have an errata on him, so he doesn't exactly do what his card says. He's missing 1 key per text. His actual text of what he does is supposed to read, Security, at the end of battle, you may play 1 purple level 3 Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost, then add this card to your hand. It's missing that last piece of text where it actually says, then add this card to your hand. All the Security Rookie promo cards have that ability. So that's Impmon for the deck. Then we're running only 1 copy because just like in this alt art, he does have a wanted poster. He had to go to limit 1. This is Impmon from EX2. He has, when this card is trashed from your deck, except by, of course, himself, which no longer matters because it's limited down to 1 per deck, you may trash up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. So used to, there was a thing of where he could not get milled from your deck, and then you see another one and mill more. But since he's limit 1 per deck, that's no longer an issue. All you need to know is that if you're milling cards, and this comes up, you have the option of milling 3 additional cards. It is not mandatory, so keep that in mind, especially when your deck is running low. Otherwise, he does have the on-play effect of reveal top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with Beelzamon in its name, and 1 Iron Mako among them to your hand, and place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. He does have an inheritable. Your turn, while this Digimon has Beelzamon in its name, it gets plus 3000 DP. And we are splashing in just a single copy, because trust me, we're only going to need the 1. And that is of the Starter Deck, Advanced Deck, Beelzamon Impmon, who has, when attacking, if you have 20 or more cards in your trash, this Digimon may Digivolve into Beelzamon from your trash for a Digivolution cost of 3, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. As well as the inheritable, your turn, once per turn, when a card is trashed from your deck, delete an opponent's level 3 Digimon. Then we're running 3 copies of Impmon. He has on deletion, trash top 3 cards of your deck. This guy came from BT2, and he's also available in the Advanced Deck. I'm also running 2 copies of Impmon from BT6. He has on play, you may trash 1 card in your hand. If you do, return 1 Digimon card with 7 Great Demon Lords or the 3 Musketeers in its type from your trash to your hand. Great for getting back Beelstars. And then we splash in just a little bit of some Guillamon here. He is mainly here for his first ability, and that is on play. If the total number of cards in both players' trashes is 20 or more, this Digimon gains Rush. So he's going to be our little Rush for game, potentially. Now on to level 4s. Running only 1 copy because, again, wanted poster type of thing happened, and this guy got hit down to only 1 in a deck. This is Eismon Scatter Mode from BT7. He has on deletion, draw 3, trash 2. Nothing else. That's all that matters, is him being able to draw and trash. I'm also running just a single copy of Black Godamon from BT8. Again, much like the Guilmon, we're running this strictly for its rush ability, but it does have an inheritable of retaliation. When this Digimon is deleted after losing a battle, delete the Digimon that it was battling. But that's probably not going to really come up, because this deck only has 2 level 5s in it. That's right, this is a old school style Beelstar / Three Musketeer deck, but we actually are running some level 5s. We'll get to those in just a moment, because our final level 4 for the deck is BT6 Deputymon. Now, back in the day, you had to run this with the Three Musketeers because it was the only way to really get a full use out of them. He has, on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with Three Musketeers in its type, and or 1 option card with a memory cost of 7 among them to your hand, and trash the remaining cards. Your turn, this Digimon can Digivolve into a Digimon card with Three Musketeers in its type from your hand for a memory cost of 6, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. Now, on to the sole level 5 that we are running this deck. We're running 2 copies of BT9 Megidramon. He hard plays for 8. He can Evo, if need be, on top of our Deputymon for 4. He has when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with a play cost of 3 or less. So he is more of a toolbox tech, because if you need to, you can Evo to pop a pesky Tamer, you can pop a pesky Floodgate rookie. He also has an interesting inheritable that actually works with the 2 other Three Musketeers in this deck. He has, when attacking, if this Digimon has Machine or Dragonkin in its traits, delete one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with a play cost of 3 or less. So that's right, we actually have his when Digivolving effect built in as an inheritable when attacking. Alright, now on to the level 6s. We are running 2 copies of Gundramon, who is a machine, so he will work with the Megidramon you just now saw. He has a built-in blocker, as well as when Digivolving, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. You may use 1 option card with a memory cost of 7 among them without paying its memory cost. Trash the remaining cards. If you don't use an option card with this effect, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less. And the other one is Magna Kidmon. He has Security Attack +1, and he has when Digivolving, you may use 1 option card with a memory cost of 7 in your hand without paying its memory cost. If you don't, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. So again, these guys are about trying to get some sort of option card off or popping something either or. Now we're on to the main Three Musketeer lady herself. We got 4 copies of BT6 Beelstar. She has, when playing this card from your hand, to reduce its play cost by 1 for each Three Musketeer Digimon card in your trash, and 1 in each 7 cost option card in your trash. So for each additional Three Musketeer in your trash and 7 cost options, she becomes increasingly cheaper. And trust me, we have plenty of cards in here. We can actually get to where she can be played for free instead of playing her for that 12 cost. She also has on play, return 1 option card with a memory cost of 7 from your trash to your hand. Then use 1 option card with a memory cost of 7 in your hand without paying its memory cost. So please note that you can actually grab 1 option card but play a completely different one in your hand. And because it is Beelstar, and we do have quite a few Impmons running around in our lower end, I am running 2 copies of Beelstar from the Advanced Starter Deck Beelzamon. In a similar fashion, this card says when you would play this card from your hand, reduce its play cost by 4 for every 10 cards in your trash. So you can possibly get down to where she only costs 5 or even 1 to mid to late game. All turns, once per turn. When a card is trashed from your deck, you may play 1 Itmon from your trash without paying the cost. The Digimon played by this effect gains Rush. Opponent's turn. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, trash the top card of your deck. So this is all just to help build up a Rush theme / filling the trash with more Three Musketeers and option cards so we can get the full advantage of their abilities. And I'm also running as a level 6 in this deck 2 copies of Beelzamon. One is BT2 version that has the built-in ability of while you have 10 or more cards in your trash, your Itmon can digivolve into this card for a cost of 4, ignoring its requirements. It also has when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. And we are running 1 copy of Star Deck Advanced Beelzamon. He has when digivolving, trash the top 4 cards of your deck. All turns, once per turn, when a card is trashed from your deck, gain 1 memory for every 10 cards in your trash, as well as your turn once per turn when a card is trashed from your deck. This Digimon gains security attack +1. And we also have a level 7 for this deck, which helps out quite a bit for multiple reasons. I'm running 3 copies of Omnimon Zwart from BT5. Now, what he does is he has when digivolving, trash top 3 cards of your deck. Then you may play up to 2 black and or purple Digimon cards with a play cost of 8 or less from your trash without paying the cost. When attacking, you may return 1 level 6 Digimon card in this Digimon's Digivolutions cards to its owner's hand to delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon with a play cost of 12 or less. So the utility here is twofold. 1, we can evolve on top of our Beelstar, swing with this, and then put Beelstar back into our hands so that way we can play her again and get another option card back and play another one for cheap or free. So, yeah. And before that even happens, we have the when digivolving effect of trashing 3, and then you're going to play back 2 purple and or black Digimon that have play costs of 8 or less. So I could think of a scenario where we want to just bring back our other 3 Musketeers all onto the field, but we have Megidramons in trash. So we go ahead and use this effect, bring back 2 Megidramons, and then over those next couple turns, we can evo those Megidramons into Gundramon and Magna Kidmon, respectively, along with getting back any other toolbox like Digimon we might need, like a Rush Guiamon or a Rush Gatomon, just all kinds of possibilities. Now, going into the options, we are running 1 of each of the 3 Musketeers' respected signature cards. We have Happy Bullet Shower. If you have a Digimon with 3 Musketeers in its type in play, you may use this card without meeting its color requirements. Main effect is to delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. Security effect is to activate the main. You got Fly Bullet. Similar text of if you have a 3 Musketeer, don't have to worry about color. Main effect is delete one of your opponent's Digimon of level 6 or lower. Security effect is activate the main. And then we have Gwalt Schwarmer. Similar thing, if you have a 3 Musketeer, don't have to worry about color. Main effect, delete all Digimon with a play cost of 7 or less. Security effect is add this card to your hand. Now on to the other option cards. We are running a single copy of Trump Sword. Delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. We're running a single copy of Nailbone. You may play one purple level 3 and one purple level 4 Digimon from your trash without paying a cost. You don't get on-play effects. Security effect is you may play one purple level 4 or lower Digimon, but you don't get the on-play effects. Single copy of Heaven's Judgment, because we do have a couple of different colors in this deck. While you have a green Tamer or Digimon, you don't have to meet its color requirements. But we don't have that. We are running a Tamer that will allow us to play this card from hand. So until you have that Tamer or you have Gatomon out, you're going to probably be hanging on to this card or just putting it in trash. Main effect, activate the effect below for each color of Digimon you have in play. One of your opponent's Digimon gets -6. So you're going to automatically, when you do play this, get -6 for certain. But then it's going to look at how many colors of different Digimon you have and do it again. Security effect is one of the opponent's Digimon gets -12. Now on to the Tamers, like I mentioned. We are running something to help us with that one scenario. We're running Tai, Kamiya, and Kari. They have start of your turn. If you have 3 or fewer security, gain a memory. If your opponent has 3 or fewer memory, gain a memory. It also has, when one of your red or yellow Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Tamer to have all of your opponent's security Digimon get -2000 DP. That part may not come up as often, but it's mainly here for the color, and it's here for the memory. I'm also running 2 copies of Sora and Mimi. They have, if your opponent doesn't have a level 4 or lower Digimon, gain 2 memory. As well as when one of your purple Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Tamer to trigger draw 1, then trash 1. So just more memory and more filtering. And then last but not least, because it is Beelstar, we have to have another little lady that works so well with her, and that is Mimi. She has all turns. When a player uses an option card, you may suspend this Tamer to gain 1 memory. So even if you play Beelstar and you can't get her completely free, her effect will allow you to play an option card for free. If you have her out, you can tap multiples of her and gain back up to 4 memory, depending on how many you have out. So you can still find a way to make her cheaper. And same thing, if your opponent happens to play an option card and kind of messes with you, just tap her and gain a memory, and now all of a sudden that option card they played costs a lot more than what they initially thought. But yes, that is it. This is my take on a Three Musketeer Beelstar deck with some Beelzamon sprinkled in. Stay tuned as we move into another video that will discuss what I believe is the more powered up version of Beelstar that does not use the other Three Musketeers. Until then, this has been Prodigious. I'll see you next time.